Again, a dream engulfed Cymin's awareness. The sweeping aerial view of the golden sunset, distant, crashing ocean waves and mist-shrouded rolling hills reminded him of a moving picture. However, the details of the burnt and blasted landscape beneath him were far from picturesque. Miles and miles of battlefield carnage defaced the green hills and mossy valleys. New hillocks formed where thousands of human corpses and carriage birds' remains, tangled with shattered cannons, wrecked siege engines, and countless ancillary weapons. A dark mire of mud and blood flooded the surrounding gullies. Here and there, half-formed curses still oozed from 100 deaths' armor like leaking poison. At the center of the battlefield, a huge tattered flag, emblazoned with the crest of the Chironese Mage King, Hayi, still fluttered. But as the last traces of Feilux drained from it, the banner fell to the filthy ground. As far as Cymin could see, nothing living moved, and in the wake of hundreds of collapsing invocations of silence, the only sound he heard was the cold northern wind whispering over the remains of thousands of dead bodies. However, as Cymin's senses descended through the wan sunset light to the ground, he at last sighted a survivor of the slaughter. A tall, masculine figure, dressed in dull grey armor, raced through the muck and chaos. Unlike the surrounding multitude of dead mage warriors, whose corpses were encased in beautifully crafted 100 Deaths armor, this man wore what looked like a piecemeal assemblage of retooled cast-offs collected from a dozen different kingdoms. The spells carved into his armor also appeared rather disparate. Pyirok, Chironese, and Waithir sigils entwined and enfolded each other in patterns so intricate that Cymin could hardly decipher them. But despite the mismatched look of the armor and spells, the mage wearing them commanded intense power, drawing huge streams of Feilux to himself as he tore through the battlefield.